And now Guzzo clears it to center ice. Dunlap with it. Enters the zone with 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third. Dunlap, opportunity, goes by the wayside. Carfagna, Dunlap, that one blocked up by Lawback. Fink gains speed, 2-on-1. Aiden Fink rips it, big save by Turnus.
You like the shot there because the defenseman in this sequence, McBrayer, he takes away the pass. You see him fading off to Genev. He doesn't want to give up the pass. Maybe if you're Fink, you shoot it off the pad to try and get the pad off the pass, or pass off the pad, apologies. They call it the pop pass in hockey. Doesn't do it. Tries to pick that little six hole is what you call it, right underneath the glove there above the pad. It was a well-placed shot, but can't beat him. You look at the save percentages tonight. Both goalies north of 95%. They've been exceptional.
Better save percentages than last night when both were in the 800, says Fontaine. Skates around. Gets it to Wahlberg. Back down low. Hits the skates of DeGraves. Went to Fontaine. Hit the side of the net. Riley Thompson collects. Thompson up top Wahlberg. T.O. Wahlberg. That one blocked by DeMarco. DeMarco able to keep it away from Wahlberg. Here's Wiebusch at center ice. J.J. Wiebusch skates around Wahlberg, in on Turnus, rebound, score! Nick DeGraves gives Penn State the 2-1 lead. The first collegiate goal for DeGraves, 4-game point streak, and the freshman has Pegula rocking.
I'm pretty sure he just did the dab down the handshake line by the Penn State bench. What a move! J.J. Wiebusch exposing the triangle there of Wahlberg, works around power forward, shovels one on cage, and then DeGraves following it up, getting to the net. That's where you have to go if you want to score, and he finds it out with his first career goal, and that's a huge one. The crowd's finally back. They're here. It's the first time since the Genev goal.
2-1, the Nittany Lions lead. Not a better time for your first career goal than right there. Nick DeGraves, a freshman forward out of Edmonton, Alberta, in his 18th collegiate game, picks up his 4th point. And the Nittany Lions have momentum. They've got life, the crowd into it. The record-setting crowd sees the freshman give him the lead, and now a huge hit, Dowiak on Smith. Now Dowiak plays it up to Amon. Around the glass. Lewis loses it in center ice. Shade will throw it to the back corner. Nittany Lions controlling their offensive side right on cue. Christensen has to play it in the neutral zone. 2-1, 2:45 to go. Penn State looking to make it a 5-point weekend and climb out of the 7th and bottom spot in the Big Ten. Get themselves in prime position at 6th seed, as them and Notre Dame battle for the final spot over these next couple games. But it's more importantly for Penn State that they're playing their best hockey in this second half of the season, a team that had high expectations, but some tough luck early in the season threw them off their desired path.
If Ohio State enters clean, Turnus is going to go to the bench.
Carfagna enters. Carfagna shot blocked into the corner. No signs of movement yet from Turnus, as Penn State comes away with the puck. Keaton Peters. Peters across the red line, pinned up against the boards by Guzzo Hard. Under 2 minutes to go. Puck finds the side of the net. Turnus trying to cover, he can't. Battle now behind the cage. Paquette and Guzzo, potentially a high stick, nothing called. Centering attempt that time from Amon gets turned aside.
Guzzo's shaken up for Ohio State.
Guzzo certainly took a stick high from Tyler Paquette. Refs missed it. As Paquette at that blue line. Instead it's DeMarco. DeMarco all alone in the attacking side. Now Penn State's got DeGraves off his first collegiate game. Thompson ties up DeMarco. DeMarco manages to keep the puck. Gets it to Wiebusch. His shot goes wide to the right. 74 seconds left. Penn State keeps in their attacking side right at the blue line. Tough play from the freshman DeGraves. And now DeGraves goes down. Nittany Lion fans looking for another penalty. They won't get one. Ohio State comes the other way. Turnus to the bench. Here comes Thompson. Thompson tied up. Good, strong defensive play, cleared back down low by Lawback into the Ohio State bench, and with 52.5 to go, we have a stoppage, and it's going to be attacking zone face-off for Ohio State. Back at Medler Field at Lebrano Park for the second inning after Penn State puts up 3 runs in the home portion of the first. We go to the away portion of the second, and there will be a new pitcher on the mound for the Nittany Lions as Logan Olson goes 1 perfect inning in his season debut, and taking over on the bump for him is Harrison Lawlin.
Yeah, this is a freshman that this coaching staff is really high on, a 6', 205-pound right-hander, making his 6th appearance of the season. Last time this weekend against Northwestern, went 2 innings, gave up a pair of runs, including a home run. So he's trying to find a little bit of consistency. He was really good in his first outing of the season, his first career appearance, I should say, against Longwood, 2 scoreless innings. So he's just trying to find his mechanics a little bit, and that's a good start.
Good start on the 88-mile-per-hour fastball in there for strike 1 against Robert Menino, the senior outfielder for Marlboro, New Jersey, batting .313, just 5 for 16, a home run and 6 driven in, as well behind another 88-mile-per-hour fastball in the count to 0-2. Lawlin appeared over the weekend against Northwestern on Saturday, going 2 innings, allowing 2 runs. In the Game 3 loss, swing and a miss. He starts things out with a strikeout of Menino here to start the second.
And that's what you want to see from a young arm. Attack with the fastball early, and he continued it throughout that at-bat, recognizing that he had the advantage with the fastball, just commanding the strike zone there. Really smooth delivery from Lawlin. It's a good fastball that got by him. It was really confident struck from Lawlin going around the mound. It's good to see from him.
Morgan Little takes a cut at the first pitch he sees, fouls it off to the left field side. Count moves to 0-1. For Little batting .227 on the year, 10 hits and 44 at-bats. 7 runs scored, 7 driven into his name. As he cuts on this one out to left field as well, Jakonski gives it a chase, but it's over the bullpen for strike number 2. Little rockin' 99. Not too often do you see a number that high in baseball. You think most notably Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees, which multiple players on this St. Bonaventure team named as their favorite player, as it's a swinging foul tip from Little, just keeping the at-bat alive as Maloney couldn't grasp onto it.
Yeah, I really like the approach from Lawlin throughout these first 2 at-bats here at the top of the second inning, really attacking with the fastball. He's been sitting high 80s, 88, 89 pretty consistently.
0-2. Another fastball there at 87, and it's fouled off again by Little. So Little's made contact on all 4 pitches he's seen, just looking to straighten it out. The primary first baseman a year ago for St. Bonaventure, batting .274 with 6 long balls and 28 driven in. As he gets this one into right field, it's a single for Morgan Little, the first hit, first base runner for the Bonnies on this afternoon.
Yeah, Little looking to pick up where he left off. Really strong A10 play a season ago. Takes this one where lefties really like it, low and in, and just drives it through the right side of the infield. Really good swing from the first baseman, Little.
Brings up the right fielder, Connor Vercoloni, batting .321 on the year. 4 home runs, 17 driven in. Went 3 for 11 with 2 home runs and 4 driven in against Richmond over the weekend, as St. Bonaventure was swept in was swept in that series, allowing 51 runs from their pitching staff. The offense just couldn't quite hold up. The 0-1 makes it 0-2. It's another fastball, and pretty simple philosophy right now for Harrison Lawlin. Command with that fastball, and you're going to get those outs.
Yeah, his delivery, as I mentioned, looks really smooth right now, which is what you want to see from a young arm.
0-2, that one too far outside. Off speed that time at 84 for Lawlin. Count to 1-2. That's the first ball that Lawlin has thrown in his appearance to this point. 1-2. Fouled back our way, just under the press box, and they count 1-2. There's a reason I put the window open today, Tyler.
Yeah, you were mentioned before you had a feeling that one was going to come up here and we were going to have to make a play.
That one just off to our right, under the radio booth to our right with Brian Tripp and Adam Sheets. 1-2, low and towards the dirt. So the count evens at 2 to the right fielder. Did not play a season ago. Has started in 17 of the 18 games for St. Bonaventure this season. Redshirt sophomore from Plymouth, Massachusetts. 2-2, lays off, strike 3 called. Fastball right down the middle. And it's the second strikeout for Harrison Lawlin in the inning.
Yeah, Maloney putting down one finger. It's one, and Harrison Lawlin's finding the glove, and he's just pumping strikes, which is what you want to see from this highly touted prospect out of high school, out of New Jersey for Harrison Lawlin. And with a guy at first that doesn't run all that well, you just want to focus on attacking hitters.
Brian Carruthers lifts this one into left field. Jesse Jakonski fights the sun and settles under it in left center for out number 3. A hit in the inning for St. Bonaventure, but Morgan Little stranded at first base as Harrison Lawlin. 2 strikeouts and this fly ball in the inning as we move on to the bottom of the second. 3-0 the score in favor of the home team. That's Penn State here on Big Ten Plus.
Frastion just 4 goals allowed over the last 2 against Johns Hopkins and Rutgers, so playing his best lacrosse at the right time as the opening faceoff is still on the ground, and now it is going to be scooped up by Baldwin. Baldwin in the offensive side, tried a behind-the-back pass to Trainer, and Trainer gets smashed early and is down on the turf. And there is a flag thrown. It was Liam Burke, the talented freshman for the Blue Jays, getting all of Trainer on that one.
And that's something to note here. Watch this hit. It's up high in the shoulder area, head area as well. We'll see what the official ruling is. Trainer missed a few games this season with an undisclosed injury. It's not been reported what it was, but he missed a couple games. He's been great since coming back, but if something continues to linger around and plague him, Penn State can run into some trouble.
Trainer did have to hop off the field for a little while in the first meeting just about 2 weeks ago before these two sides, but he ended up returning. He had 7 goals and an assist in that first contest. 8 points is tied a career high, as did the 7 goals. Is now Penn State man up. As Luke Wallstrom circles around from X, gives it to Ethan Long. Wallstrom to Kyle Lehman, back to Wallstrom, up top, Long, his shot scores! Bounces past Jelinas, and Penn State is up early as they get the man-up goal.
Coming into the game, 43.2%, 16 of 37 on the season, good for 19th in the nation on the man-up, and right there, Ethan Long. Bouncers go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching at home, you're a young kid, your coaches are going to preach it to you. Bouncers will go, and that right there, a beautiful shot from Long. An excellent player. He's a very cerebral player for Penn State. That's something Jeff Tambroni talks about a lot. He's a smart player. You see it here, though, with the bouncer. Off stick, off hip on Jelinas. That's a hard save to make as a net.
It was unreleasable, too, for Burke, so Penn State still on the man advantage for another 43 seconds. They've already gotten out to the 1-0 lead. You remember in the first contest between these two, Penn State and Johns Hopkins scored a combined 2 goals in the first period. It was Penn State opening it up in the second quarter, as now Baldwin will get another face-off. We're still on the turf. Brendan Leary picks it up for Penn State. Sophomore. Gives it over to Kyle Lehman. Penn State up early in the Big Ten tournament quarterfinal. Winner goes on to Ann Arbor to face the number 2 seeded Maryland Terrapins. Johns Hopkins coming off a loss to the Terrapins as a behind-the-back pass from Trainer finds Long. Amon goes to Lehman. Johns Hopkins coming off a loss, just a couple goal difference between them and Maryland a week ago. Trainer, Amon fakes his shot. It's now on the turf. Ground ball loose, and it will find its way into Jelinas' crease. So man advantage expires for Penn State. But the Nittany Lions do get the first goal, as now Johns Hopkins, who just scored 4 goals against Penn State the last time these two teams played, looks to get their offense going a lot earlier today. And Hayden, they've made some changes since the last time they faced.
Yeah, big number 16, Matt Collison, playing down low at attack, played there last week against Maryland. He's an unbelievable player, a big-time box lacrosse background. He's very two-handed. He'll play on that left wing. He's left-hand dominant, but he can score inside, has a hammer outside, great dodger as well. They need it.
Charlie Eiler with it, gives it to Hunter Chauvette. Now it's Chuck Rawson on the far side of the field. Back to Chauvette. Javette held quiet relatively against Penn State. A goal, one of the 4-4 Hopkins. It's Eiler. Met by Kyle Aldridge, trying to dodge around him. Can't quite. Going to pass it up top. It's Brooks English. English back to Eiler. Kyle Aldridge wrapped all over him. Now switch defensively. Eiler makes a move. His shot save made by Frassian. Frassian passing 600 saves in Penn State's last contest. Just the 4th Nittany Lion goaltender to reach that plateau. As Leary quick the other way for the Nittany Lions. Gives it off to Aldridge. Now Lehman.
Lehman's going to slow it down. Last week early in the contest against Maryland, number 6 right here, Quentin Kilrain, a little early on a couple sides, was consistent within the defense. It's trying to find a communicator with the new goalie and Jelinas coming in for half the season. They lost a communicator in Stout, so they're still really trying to find some organization back there.
Ethan Long has it. The Lion goal scorer. So they lead 1-0. Just 3 minutes gone by. Big Ten quarterfinal. It's Kyle Lehman met by Quentin Kilrain. Gives it off Long. His shot, that one ricochets high. Penn State closest to it. Luke Wallstrom backing it up. So Nittany Lions retain possession with 28 on the shot clock. Wallstrom finds his spot at X. Passes it up. Long to Amon. Amon had a sweep behind the back goal. These two teams met 2 weeks ago. Amon, his shot. That one saved by Jelinas. Going down to the knee to get it. Long pass out ahead. That one connects to Eric McDonald. McDonald into the attacking side. Now Smith, his shot. Save made Frassian. And he'll go the long pass. Pushing the pace, it's Liam Matthews. Matthews to Trainer. Scores! Behind the back for Matt Trainer. And his tear against the Blue Jays continues.
And right there, you see it. Scott Smith comes all the way down the field in transition, rips a pull shot from about 15 out. That's 2-point range in the PLL. Easy save for Frassian. It was high to high, it right in his twig, and then immediately a great outlet. That's one thing coaches are looking for out of their goalies. Passes to the stick in transition, finds Matthews right away, and then look right here. Matthews delays just long enough to find Trainer far side. And when he has that much space, he loves to go with the magical touch at the end. He's like a spot shooter in the NBA. Think Dante DiVincenzo or another big-time three-point shooter. When he's hot, he's going to rip it from anywhere, and he can score in spurts.
Again, 7 goals for Matt Trainer. The last time they met, Trainer sitting atop the Big Ten in points per game with 4 and in goals per game with 3.